Yo duckies, Andilippi here, back with another advanced OBS tutorial, and we're looking at shader filters today. You might know what shader filters are. They get you to do crazy stuff like this, one of my all-time favorites. Also different things like this, and also this nice little burn effect that's going on here, and this is all happening natively inside of OBS. It's super simple to do. If you have seen my other tutorials on fisheye and stuff like that, you'll know a little bit about this, but let's just get into it and get shader filter installed. This is only available for Windows, but I am doing a video on how to get it working for Mac very soon, so if you are a Mac user, stick around for that. It will be coming soon. If you do want to support me as well, join us on Patreon. You do get all these videos earlier than I release them on YouTube, and it really helps me make this content full-time and make it all free for you guys. Okay, put your rock over the stone, let's just get on with it. Right, so getting this installed is super easy. We're just going to head on over to the OBS website. As you can see just here, the link is in the description below. And then we're just going to go and press the download button, as you can see just here. So once we press that, we will start downloading it in the bottom left-hand corner just there. It's only 4 megabytes big, so not too big at all. And that should, clicking it, open the folder where it is. So you'll see this OBS Studio folder that you can see just here. We're going to double click into that, and you'll have 2 files, data and OBS plugins. We're going to select both of them, right click, and then we're going to press copy just there. Okay, so heading into the C drive, we're going to go to where your OBS is installed. So mine's inside program files just there. It could be in program files 86, OBS Studio, and then inside this folder, we're just going to right click and press paste. This is going to put everything in the correct places. If you already have this installed and you are updating it, it'll ask you to replace. If not, and it's your first time, it might ask for administrative privileges. Just say yes to everything and move on to the next thing. Right, once that's all done, we can open up OBS. As you can see, my beautiful mug is just here looking bored. And we're going to right click on any of your sources or scenes. So right click on this source and press filters. And then we're going to go to effect filters and press the plus. And you'll see user defined shader. If you're not seeing user defined shader, it means you've not got it installed correctly. So run through the installation process again and maybe restart OBS or even restart your computer. So I'm just going to call this user defined shader for now and press OK. And it's going to come up with a load of extra pixels on left and right and top and bottom. This is basically kind of going to pad whatever source that you're on, as well as, because some effects might need the source to be slightly smaller than the available canvas. So if some effects don't work, you might need to just add this padding effect. So if you can see, I type in 100 potentially in here. Type in 100. I'm not typing today. You can see my kind of canvas box is bigger now than my webcam, so it's kind of giving itself some space. So if I did that for every side, I can give it complete room. I don't know if my numlock's broken. I don't know what's going on. It's not wanting me to type today. Typing 100 in here as well. Why am I having to click every single time? I don't know what I've done. I've probably done something. And you can see now my canvas is bigger than well, not canvas, you know what I mean. So I've got room around the edge of my source. Let's click in the shader, and we're going to load a shader text from file. So that's the first thing you want to do. Your webcam or whatever source will disappear. That's completely natural, don't worry about that. And then we're going to head on to browse. So press browse, and it should take you directly to the correct folder, which is in OBS Studio, data, OBS plugins, OBS shader filter, and examples. And there's a load of different shaders and effects that you can use just in here. The first one that I'm going to showcase is that rainbow one that we had before. So that is actually just called rainbow.shader. So I'm just going to double click that to open it, and it'll just open it full like that. Now we can mess about with some effects. So you'll notice that it's actually doing the shader the whole size that we've created it. So with that extra padding, the pixels there. But if I go and scroll all the way down on this one and press apply to image, you can see it'll only apply it to this image. This is where shader filters become a little bit more of an experiment, okay? So there's loads of different settings that you can use, and normally there's some notes explaining what them settings are. I'm not going to go into all these settings now because they're different for every single shader filter. Just play with them. So if I remove the replace image color, for instance, that makes it super bright, I can apply it to a specific color if I wanted to as well. So there's a lot of different effects that you can use inside of there. Just play around with them. And the next one that I'm going to show you is an effect. So if I move down here again and press the plus sign and add a user-defined shader, or user-defined shader 2, that's fine. I'm going to give it some more padding on this one, just because it's an effect and it might need some more. I don't know why I can only type one thing at once. That's really annoying. I'll sort that out after. Press load shader text from file. It disappears again, completely fine. Press browse. And we're going to use the shake effect for this one. You can tell if it's an effect or a shader by the dot effect at the end or the dot shader. So dot shader and dot effect. So the one that I'm going to use is shake effect just here. So I'm going to double click on that. And nothing will open back up because we need to tick this box saying use effect file. We're using the dot effect file. So I've clicked that. Nothing's going to happen. We need to press reload effect. So once we press that, you'll notice that my cam is now shaking within that cropped, well, that padded area randomly. So that's how people do that earthquake kind of effect and stuff like that. Again, we need to play around with all these settings. How much do we want to randomize the scale, the speed of it? If we want to speed it up even more, let's make it go crazy. Yet we can do some insane things. Obviously, a lot of these things can take up a lot of resources on your computer, so be very mindful of that. We can randomize the movement. We can change the growth of the pixels. So we'll go -1 to 1. We can change the speed if we want to. Add warble. You can do all sorts of stuff. Again, this is completely up to you. And the best bit is you can put them together. So you can keep stacking loads of these different things. Maybe use the move value filter as well to get things to animate in and change the look of it. Like something happens gradually. There's so many things that you can do, but it's completely up to you how you do it, okay? So that's a brief look at shader filter and how to get it all installed. Hopefully I've helped you out. If I have, press that like button. If there's any questions or you've got a favorite shader filter, tell me what it is down below. Are you using something in a unique way and you want to share it with me and you don't mind me sharing it with the audience? Let me know. Join the Discord and showcase it in there. I don't mind shouting you out because I love when people get creative, okay guys? And again, if you do want to help support the channel, jump on over at Patreon or press that join button down below. You guys get my videos early. That's where it's at, right? Right, put your rock over the stone. See you in the next one. I just want to say a huge thanks to all my patrons that help make this content full-time, make it free for you guys, and also a huge thanks to all my YouTube members. You guys are legends. Thank you so much for everything that you do for me and the community. Keep it up, guys.